We just drove 4 hours up from St. George to Lehi, Utah to visit our client Summit Wraps and Graphics. We got Bryson, Landon, and Dallin. What do you guys do?
So yeah, we do custom vehicle wraps, we do color changes, commercial wraps, we do PPF, tint. Our bread and butter is definitely commercial wraps. We love working with business owners and helping them create branding on the road. We do everything from commercial full custom wrap, decals, spot graphics, partial wraps. We do all of the designing in-house.
And where do you guys operate?
We are in Utah County. Our shop is in Lehi, right off the exit, super easy to get to.
So let's hear a little bit more about Summit Wraps and Graphics in a day in the life. Let's go.
Make sure it fits.
All right, let's take an example. I own a plumbing business and I want to get a truck and I want to get it wrapped. I want everybody to know my brand in town. What does the process look like?
So it's super easy. We make it super smooth and quick. It starts out, we figure out what type of wrap you're wanting based off your budget. So we can do a full custom wrap, we can do a partial wrap, we can do decals. And it all is just kind of depending on what you're wanting as the customer. And so we start out with the design intake form where we collect all of your information. We'll get your vehicle, how many vehicles you're wanting, what type of wrap, all of your design assets, your logos, any inspiration pictures. If you've done mock-ups with AI, we take all of that into account and then we have our designer build you a custom design. Usually that takes 24 to 48 hours. We can get you the design back and make any revisions. We literally do unlimited revisions. We want to get the wrap exactly how you're wanting it. Right, it's a big investment. You're putting a lot of money into it. So we want to get the design nailed down.
Sweet. So then walk me through here. Once we have the design nailed out, like what is this? I've never seen this before.
So we'll start out with our printer. This is our printer where we print all of our graphics. It's a Roland TrueViz. It's a 60-inch wide format printer. So we can print on vinyl right here. Once it's printed, we'll actually come over here to the laminator and laminate the material. We can do custom laminates, so there's gloss, matte, satin, sparkly laminate, which offers a lot of customization within the wrap. So we'll laminate on here. After it's laminated, anything that we're cutting out, we'll take over here to our plotter. So this actually reads cut lines, files. This is what we do for all of our spot graphics and decals. Yeah.
And then from this, once everything's obviously all cut out, is it as simple as, it's not simple because this blows my mind and all the equipment and everything, but from there straight to the car, do you do any prep to the car or what does that look like?
One of the biggest things that people don't understand about wraps is the prep work that goes into it, right? So a lot of the prep work before you even drop the vehicle off is getting the files set up, the design done, the printing, the laminating, the cutting. We like to do all of that before they even drop the vehicle off. That way we like to do all of that before they even drop the vehicle off, and that way the vehicle is only in the shop for a couple of days, right? We know that your time as a business owner is valuable, and to have your plumbing van in the shop for a week is just, you're wasting out on revenue that you could get. Once everything is prepped, material-wise, design-wise, you drop the car off and we do a full detail on it. So we clean it, we clay bar it. Clay barring the vehicle actually gets all of the contaminants off of the paint. And then we do a full disassembly of the vehicle. So we're taking off mirrors, door handles, bumpers, window trim, anything that allows us to tuck the vinyl under and get full coverage of the vehicle, we're gonna take off the car.
Got it. Yeah, because a lot of people don't realize it. Like on a truck like this, when you guys are doing the wraps, right? Like all of this has to come off, right?
Yeah.
Fenders.
So like on this one, we took off the fenders, the mirrors, the door handles, all of the window trim. We still have to wrap that piece. The roof rack, these rails, the whatever you call those. We took off this grill, the front bumper, this bumper piece. So yeah, literally every single piece of the car that can come off, we're usually taking it off. Unless you don't want us to, we are pretty good. We've been doing this for almost 4 years now. So we are really good with taking things off and not breaking things.
Makes sense. Nice. Would wraps be considered some type of marketing expense because you're branding your pouring money back into your business?
Yeah, so it definitely is a write-off. There is tax benefits for wrapping your vehicle. One, you get the marketing, the brand awareness on the road. But yeah, I do recommend that you talk to your CPA and figure out how wrapping your vehicle can actually benefit you tax-wise.
Love it. So this is not tax advice. All right, Landon, tell me a little bit about Summit Wraps. What got you guys started, your guys' story, and what got you here today?
So yeah, we basically just decided one day that we wanted to wrap Bryson's car. We found a cheap roll on Facebook Marketplace that we tried, did it, and then he had a bunch of friends that were like, oh, could you do this? I'll pay you $500 or whatever to do my car. So once we did that, then we were like, we can maybe actually start marketing this and try and get bigger and grow into actually doing something. That's kind of how we got started.
And how long ago was that?
That was about 3.5 years ago.
All right, so just starting off doing a wrap for a car is way different than what you guys are doing now, going mainly into the company wraps and stuff like that. Like, walk me through that. What made you guys realize that the company wraps and this was the bread and butter compared to doing color changing wraps and everything for residents?
So yeah, we started off doing color changes. Super easy to get into. Anyone can start a color change vehicle wrap shop. It's not that difficult. When it comes into the commercial side of things, it's a lot more difficult, right? There's a lot of equipment you have to get, printers, plotters, laminators, this stuff all costs money. And this is actually like some of the best printing, plotting equipment in the industry. But the main reason we went into commercial graphics is for the relationships. I am a business owner. Me and Landon have owned other businesses in the past, and I love connecting with business owners and helping them be a part of their business growth. I like developing relationships other than just we wrap your vehicle and we never see you again. Like some of our customers are, there's a DK2 landscaping truck right there that we just wrapped, by the way.
I was just about to think, like, isn't it cool? I assume it happens all the time. Of like, you're driving down the street and it's like, oh, we did that.
Yeah, it's kind of like a fun game that, I mean, me and my wife play. You guys probably see it too, where it's like, oh, there it is. And we actually try to take pictures of it and do like spotted in the wilds, which helps our customers get noticed on our Instagram as well. But yeah, I loved building relationships with other business owners and like lifelong relationships. That DK2 that just drove by, like he's a homie now, like we hang out and we've wrapped 10 of his trucks.
Dang.
So yeah.
That's so sick. Okay, love it. So let's switch a little bit. Obviously we met because of the marketing and from social media and what we did together, but walk us through what was marketing like beforehand, and then a year and a half ago or so when you guys signed up, to walk me through the process of marketing for Summit Wraps.
Yeah, so at the beginning stages, we didn't really do any marketing. Like Landon talked about, we wrapped my car and then we had a couple of buddies that were like, can you do ours? Slowly grew from there. Made an Instagram, a website, a Facebook page, but mainly we were just posting result pictures, right? Like we would do a before of a truck we would do a before picture of the truck and then wrap it and then do an after picture, and that was it. And I feel like that doesn't really set us apart from any other wrap shops. People know that and expect that they should be able to get a good wrap if they're coming to a wrap shop. So yeah, in terms of marketing, like we weren't doing a ton. We were just posting little videos and pictures of like the results after we finished wrapping. And I actually, you popped up on Instagram one day and I followed you. I watched all your videos for a couple months actually. I think I messaged you once or twice and kind of went back and forth. So yeah, we talked a little bit. I think we got on a phone call, a quick like 10-minute phone call, and just talked kind of what we could do to increase our branding and content on social media, running ads and everything like that. Still, I was a little bit hesitant, so we didn't pull the trigger on anything. A couple more months went by and I kept watching your videos and everything that you were saying. I was like, oh, we need to be doing that. I actually tried to start talking on camera before we even signed up because of your videos. And it was so uncomfortable. It even is uncomfortable now. But I think we just got to a point where it was like, we're not getting the amount of leads in that we need to actually grow as a business and get where we want to go. So we needed to do something. And I loved the way you taught. I loved your frameworks and the way you help other businesses grow with social media, Instagram ads, and content. And so we decided to pull the trigger. And honestly, it was like pretty risky for us at that time. Like we didn't have a huge marketing budget. We weren't spending a lot on marketing before that. So to sign up for a year program, it was pretty risky, but it's paid off so much.
All right, so from there, it's been about a year later. What does marketing look like for you now, and what other opportunities have opened up from social media, from Talk on Camera, and from what we taught over last year?
Yeah, so taking out all of the leads and the actual revenue we got from your program, I would say that the number one thing that I've learned is the skill set of being on camera, even though it might seem super awkward right now. Skill set of being able to talk on camera, we've been able to grow our brand with Summit and actually show who we are as a person. I can show who Bryson is, Landon can show who Landon is, Dallin can show who Dallin is, and people are seeing us as individuals and actual human beings that they can relate to, other than just, oh, this guy is my rap guy. In terms of other avenues or things that it's open for me, I've been able to start a personal brand with another business, AI business, and grow that. I grew that to almost 12,000 followers in the last month. If I didn't do your program, I would have been too scared to open up the camera and talk on camera and put myself out there. So it's definitely opened up other income streams and other businesses, especially with what you and August just did. You said you planned this out yesterday, and then you're literally here 3 hours away the next day. Like, to be able to plan something out and actually execute it quickly is what's going to set you guys apart, set us apart, set any business apart from their competition.
100%. The speed to action is everything. Like, we don't have an education issue, we have an application issue. All the education is already out there. Like, everybody knows what to do. You can go to ChatGPT to learn everything. You can go to YouTube to learn absolutely everything. But nobody applies that shit.
Yeah.
The people that apply it, and typically you have to invest in order to have that accountability to do it. That's how I've invested almost 100 grand into different people to learn certain skill sets, to have the accountability that I need to go to this person. What do I do? Do this, do this, do this. Okay, on it, I'll be back. And then going to do it. And I would only take that action because I invested in them. Of like, I gotta put my money where my mouth is. This has to work. And so, not an education issue, it's an application issue, and you guys applied it. And it's crazy to see the situations and the opportunities that have opened up since.
Yes, we invested this amount of money, so there's almost this like driving force of, oh, I gotta do this now. And I've been pretty bad at that. I'll be consistent for a little bit, like I'll get on and I'll post for a month straight, and then I'll like hit a wall or a blocker, and then it's gone a week or 2 weeks and I haven't posted. One thing I love about your guys' group, there's people in there that hold us accountable to actually do it. So I can open my Slack right now and freaking
4 messages from peers.
Like 8 messages from peers saying like, hey, where are we at this? Hey, where are we at that? Like, do you need help with this? Do you need help with that? And so when we're not doing anything, it's on us, but your guys' team also helps us implement the things that we are learning.
Love it. So yeah, having that accountability of having somebody to hold your hand through the whole process. You're like, hey, this is what we need to do. We need to go do this, go do this, go do this. And yeah, you hit us up in Slack. It's like, hey, yeah, where are we at with this, this, this? Oh, wait, go do this, this, this.
It's been a week. You haven't done this. Like, where are you at?
We're on it. We're on it. But awesome. Love to hear it. It's crazy to hear the opportunities that come up. And let's get to the day in life, yeah?
All right, so we got this full truck detailed. We're just going to do the hood right now. Dallin went through, alcoholed all the edges, alcoholed the surface of it, and then we tack clothed it. So we cut out the vinyl to size. So we're just gonna put it up there, make sure it fits. So there's gonna be wrinkles everywhere in it, and we wanna read the fingers, and it's called glassing it out, is basically getting it smooth. So we're gonna pop up this right here and kind of just pull tight around the edges. The hardest part about wrapping a vehicle is probably the prep work and the detail that goes into it, getting it clean enough that the wrap sticks to all of the edges, and then also making sure there's no creases or anything like that. There's just a lot of detail that goes into making a good high quality finished wrap job. Yeah, the first wrap took like a week and a half. We had it taken apart in my uncle's garage, and it just like it took us probably
Was it near as hard as was it way harder than you thought it was going to be?
Yes and no. I feel like for our first one, it actually turned out really good, and that's kind of why.
That's how you knew. He's like,
how we knew.
We're good for this.
It did take a long time, because like we would have to be like, oh, we're wrapping the hood.
Yeah.
We'd go on YouTube, watch
Yeah.
how to wrap a hood, wrap the hood, and we'd mess up and rip it off,
Yeah.
and then do it again.
Well, because I
So-
can't even tell you how many kids I knew in high school that were wrapped their car themselves, and it never looked good, and it was way harder than they thought it was going to be. And I think like this is like a lot of people just assume it's a lot easier than it is, so it shouldn't be priced. People are like so blown away by like how much it costs to wrap a car sometimes. People have no idea how hard it is.
Yeah, there's
It's
definitely
literally a skill set that you're paying for. So
there's definitely shops out there that don't charge as much, but it's just like anything, you get what you pay for.
right.
So if you want a good high quality wrap that's installed and with
Yeah.
good material, it's gonna last.
And I do
You're gonna
believe
pay
that
for
there's
it.
businesses where, you know, there's less wiggle room for failure, but wrap is like one of those ones where there's a lot of wiggle room for failure. Like you really do pay for what you get. Like I see videos like you can permanently damage a car,
Mhm.
and like we're talking thousands of dollars just because you decided to go, you know, $100 cheaper. You know,
Yeah,
somebody destroys your $200,000 car.
yeah.
So like I think people don't understand like wrapping any business that requires a skill set. You're going to see a huge difference based off what you pay. If I'm thinking about getting my car wrapped, and there's going to be good deals out there for what you're getting, and there's going to be bad deals. As a potential buyer, what is something I could look for besides price in a wrap shop that might tell me like they do good work?
So I would look, the number one thing is gonna be the quality of material that they're using.
Why is that?
So a lot of wrap shops will try to cut down cost by using cheaper wrap. And the quality of the wrap depends on the quality of
So
the
even
vinyl.
if they're like a really good wrapper, if they don't have good materials, it's just not going to last.
Yeah. In terms of vinyl, there's two types of vinyls. There's countered vinyl and cast vinyl. It's going to be the biggest difference going with cast vinyl. It's going to last about 3 to 4 years longer. And so a lot of wrap shop companies will cut down on cost by going with cheaper vinyl. And even if it's a certified installer, they're going to install it normally. They could install it perfect, but then the sun's going to damage it. It's not going to hold up. It's going to fade over time. So the vinyl type is probably one of the biggest factors that plays into a high quality wrap.
I think a lot of people too may not realize like that, you know, vinyl wrap may not protect like PPF, but it does protect your car more than nothing. And I think a lot of people don't realize that like wrapping your car can protect it from a lot of things. Like, would you agree?
Yeah, I agree. It definitely isn't going to be like a PPF where it will protect it from rock chips and everything, but it is an extra layer of protection over the paint. So if you ever go to resell your car, it's going to keep the value. It's going to protect the paint over time. If rock chips hit it, it's going to damage the wrap and not the actual paint of the vehicle.
If I do go the route of getting PPF, should I get PPF before wrap or after the wrap?
So there's a couple different types of PPF. There's clear or satin PPF that will keep the same paint color and protect the paint. And then it's a newer product that's coming out. It's called Color PPF, and that actually is like a color change, but instead of normal vinyl, it's actually in PPF colors.
Okay.
So you're getting the paint protection, but also the color change aspect of it if you want to add some customization to your vehicle.
We just wrapped up filming with Bryson and Landon with Summit Wraps and Graphics. This is our first ever time doing something like this. August, what did you learn?
Client success side of things, like I'm coaching, I'm helping people out. Usually a lot of people, whenever they're struggling with stuff, they'll let you know, but they don't let you know as much when they're winning for some reason. And so it feels good to like not only get to know like a little bit more about him and his life, but to see like what they're business was doing when we first started working. We've been working with them for like a year now, and to see like what they've really accomplished with our efforts feels so good. Like it feels like I'm valuable.
Right? And because we're just the marketing guys, we're just teaching them how to run ads on Instagram, how to build the brand. It's like one part of their business. It's really cool to see the whole business in its entirety. And there's so much more that goes beyond, like I didn't know they had a third guy there.
Yeah, I didn't know
You know?
that either.
And-
Barely.
Yeah, right? So their whole process. So what I realized is they're more grateful than what I thought, like for us and for what we're doing and like how we help their business, because you'll never know how many people's like lives you can impact and change by this. And I feel like we kind of realized that being here of like they 5x their business. 5x their business. So their per monthly income 5x within a year. And that's like crazy. It makes my heart full and happy that like
Gives me purpose.
gives me honestly, but a lot of people struggle with what is my purpose? What is my purpose? I feel like this is at least my purpose I can speak on, of like the skills that we are blessed with to know of marketing and whatever on social media, giving that back. Obviously, yeah, they're paying for the investment, for the time and like in that, but being able to give that back to people that want it and to invest, to learn it, and then seeing their businesses flourish from it and seeing the cost of their action paying off.
Yeah, even though it was an investment, if they could look back knowing that, you know, if I invest in these guys, I would have 5x my business, they probably would have bought it over and over and over again, which is like
Yeah.
really cool that we're able to like even do that for a business, like 5x a business. Like even like no amount of money, it's not easy to find something that you could put your money into that would actually do that for your business, which is amazing. And I'm tired.
You're tired?
It's been a long day.
Yeah, you're typically
I
the
know-
driver
yeah,
too.
I know. I'm not
So-
that tired. I'm
Oh,
not,
you're not tired,
well,
not
if I'm
tired
dri-
enough
if I'm
to
driving
drive.
an M3, I'm fine. I'm not tired. I just feel like very relaxed. Like I feel like peace of mind.
Peace of mind, he says.
I've been. My voice is gone from like talking so much today.
Like just like it feels more exciting. Like we have more things to go and do rather than just calls. Like going out into like boots on the ground and like meeting up with our clients that have invested with us. So our whole goal is like once you start crushing it with us, we fly to you, we get content, we do a little day in the life with you, and like everyone's good.